Hello, so we're back at the NASA website. See, it's official NASA. I also have the Men's Health Magazine website opened and the National Security Agency website open because I'm going to go to those after. Um, so just navigating through the NASA website. And I just wanted to make a couple comments about life in general, etc. So, um, speaking of neighbors, when I was growing up, saw lots of movies, Hollywood movies about the Germans, World War II, the Germans being Nazis, etc. I saw lots of Hollywood movies about the Russians. A lot of the Hollywood movies portray the Russians as terrorists, and it was funny because there's an episode of Friends where Joey goes into the laundromat and it's a Russian laundromat owner, and Joey's like his new sitcom portrays the Russians as terrorists. So the Russian owner of the laundromat is like, "Oh, I don't like your new TV series. It makes Russians look like terrorists, right?" And then Joey's like, "But you have a picture of or no, something about Air Force One. Haven't you seen that movie? It's a good movie. It makes Russians look like terrorists too." So anyways, there's something about that. So I saw all these movies about Russians and Germans, and more recently, obviously, because I was actually alive when it happened. A lot of young people today weren't even alive when September 9/11 happened, the terrorist attacks, and the planes hit the Twin Towers. But I actually was alive when it happened. I was still a kid, but I was alive, and I remember it. And the that there's a lot of then movies and stuff about the Middle East being really dangerous, and suddenly there was a wave of Middle Eastern countries and etc. So that kind of inspired me to like learn foreign languages. But my main reason for learning foreign languages is actually because I like science and math. And I figured I'm good at foreign languages, so it'll give me like an edge when I'm like a scientist to know foreign languages, right? So I studied German and Russian. I studied French and Italian and Spanish. I tried studying Arabic, but oh man, it was way too hard, and Chinese is way too hard, so I gave up on Arabic and Chinese. But I studied basically the European languages mostly, and I mainly specialized in Russian because I had even called the United States military and I had asked them, right? I said, "What are your languages that are in the top demand? Like, what languages do you need the most, right?" And the United States military said for jobs, for hiring, the United States military is looking for people who are fluent in Russian, Chinese, and Arabic. So I'm like, well, Chinese and Arabic are way too hard, so I'll pick Russian. And at least Russian is hard too, but it was easier slightly. That being said, now that I think about it, I don't really know if Russian was necessarily easier because in a lot of ways Russian's harder than Chinese and Arabic because their case system, they have six cases, and it's just like you could have like six different versions of a word. Like, so that's pretty complicated itself. But so basically, yeah, so that's my main reason for learning languages, really was for science and mathematics. However, obviously the promise of potentially getting a job either in the United States military or the Canadian military, right? Because I'm Canadian. But of course, Canada, our military is not as big as the American military. It even says on the Canadian website, the Canadian Forces military website, that we rely on our protection. We rely on protection from the United States. So I was more thinking if I did learn Russian and become fluent in Russian, maybe I could get a job in science and mathematics. Maybe I could get a career in the military. Maybe I could just get a career in politics or be a diplomat, right? Something. So I just kept my options open. But I want to be honest with everyone. Looking back on my life and choosing to study Russian, it was not worth it. There were a lot of good things that came out of studying Russian. Obviously, the music is beautiful, and you meet like some nice people. But unfortunately, and this maybe just could be due to the war, but a lot of Russians I came across were kind of hostile with me, weren't really nice. The Russian teachers are all nice. They're always, I've never come across a rude Russian teacher, but Russians in real life, right? And this could also just because my Russian is not that good. So, of course, they're going to get frustrated talking to me, right? So, that's the other reason. But just in general, it's not like I just want to say that maybe in my case, I just am not as good at language as I thought I was. And so that was my mistake. But maybe other people who are good at excel at languages, maybe it would make sense for them. But I'm just gonna be honest, for my personal sake, and I'm not saying that learning Russian is a bad thing. By all means, there's probably people out there who are better at languages who could master it and become very successful. But I'm just saying, in my case, given that personally I am not as good at languages as I thought I was, I made a severe mistake in my life in choosing that career path or trying to go down that career path because I'm still kind of haven't really, my career hasn't took off like I was expecting it to take off. So hoping it would take off in my 30s, which it hasn't. So I just want to be honest with people. If you do learn Russian, is I mean, I don't know. You might find it easier to learn Chinese, to be honest with you, because Russian is not easier. It seems easier for some reason. For some reason, Russian seems easier than it is, but it's harder in my opinion. So the thing is, right, is like NASA is a beautiful space agency, right? Um, but I also wanted to go talk about the men's, or actually, yeah, let's go to men's health first. So this is another one of my favorite websites, right? And maybe men's health, because I did another video where I said about it'd be cool if different companies did partnerships or collaborations. Like, what if Coca Cola collaborated with Starbucks and came out with a special Coca Cola Starbucks drink? Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a bad example, but just in saying, in general, two different companies collaborating to make something special would be really interesting, I think, really cool. For example, when The Simpsons did a crossover episode with Family Guy, right? So um, I think maybe Men's Health magazine could do a cross promotion with the NASA website, right? That would be interesting. Maybe they could have a whole special Men's Health edition on like what it'd be like to try to live as a healthy man in outer space, right? With like an astronaut, right? Like maybe they could have like an astronaut and the health aspect of outer space and trying to live in outer space on Mars, etc. So Men's Health, NASA could do a special cross promotion website. It could have a whole other website altogether, which is like a blend of the Men's Health website and a blend of the NASA website, right? So they could have the NASA website and they could do a blend with the Men's Health website, and it could be a special third website, which is like a blend of both the NASA and the Men's Health website, right? So that's just an idea I had that might be fun for them to do if they're looking for ideas, if they even care. I don't know. But I do obviously think the NASA website is really well done and really cool. Like, look at this green aviation tech. Hold on a sec here. How did I, what? Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so green aviation technology, really cool. And so, yeah, so basically, unfortunately, I need to just make a change in my life into something different. And just, sometimes you just gotta pick yourself up and move on and do something completely different than you did before. So, um, oh, they got free ebooks to download. That's good. But anyways, so now let's go to the end it off with the NSA website, which is the National Security Agency website. And this will probably be my last video on the NSA series of website videos. And I think just NSA is really interesting given the whole movie with Edward Snowden and everything that happened. So I'm actually not good at codes or breaking codes, but let's go into this headline puzzle. Oh, interesting. So basically, yeah, so I've always been interested in like science and technology, and even cryptography is a really cool area of, like whole code breaking and stuff is pretty interesting. Anyways, I hope you liked this video, and please like and subscribe. Oh yeah, and I had another question too. I was thinking, right, the NSA, and because like I said this in a previous video, I want to say again, who would, like, Elon Musk, right? He's like a big billionaire, founder of SpaceX. He's brilliant with like cybersecurity. Does the NSA, because I know that Edward Snowden, in that Edward Snowden movie, he said that the NSA spies on all Americans. So does that include Elon Musk? Does the NSA try to spy on Elon Musk? But who would win in that battle? Because Elon Musk, his cybersecurity must be extremely powerful. So who would overcome the other? Like, would the NSA win? Would they be successful in spying on Elon Musk, or would Elon Musk be successful in blocking the NSA? And maybe even Elon Musk, not only would he be successful in blocking the NSA, but he could actually spy on the NSA agents himself. Who knows, right? So, just curious, like, who would win in a war, in a cybersecurity war between Elon Musk and the NSA? Because they're both very powerful in cybersecurity. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. That was just an idea I was wondering about. And please like and subscribe. And that's it. And have a nice day. And thank you for watching.